Hello! So I'm going to show you how to install Python, which is a high-level programming language, and it will essentially allow your computer to understand Python code, which is often taught in schools now and as well as used in industry, and it first appeared a whole 32 years ago. So if you type Python into Google, before you install on the IDE, you'll have to download Python itself. So if you go and type Python, and then python.org is the official website. Once you hit it, if you go to downloads and click on you can click on Windows for list of versions, but the download for Windows is auto detecting machine Python 3.11.3. No, Python 3.9 Plus cannot be used on Windows 7 or earlier. Well, that doesn't affect us on Windows 11, so we'll click that, and the install itself is 24.2 megabytes, so not a large download at all. And once that's finished downloading, you can click on it once, and it will open up this snazzy setup. So you can click Install now. Includes idle, pip, and documentation. Idle is the editor that comes with Python, or you can customize it and use admin privileges when installing py.exe. Yes, and add Python exe to path. That will help you with with accessing Python from the command line. So it's recommended that you tick that. And if you click Install now, it'll install Python, idle, pip, and documentation. We'll customize the installation so all the options. So documentation installs Python documentation. Pip installs pip, which should download Python, install other Python packages like Pygame, for example. TCL, TK, and idle installs Tkinter and the idle development environment, which allows you to develop Python files itself. Python test suite. If you're not going to do any testing, you can uncheck that. And PyLauncher for all users will make it easier to start Python. So we'll leave everything ticked there and click Next. Install Python 3.11 for all users. Associate Python files with Python. Requires PyLauncher. Well, we've got that, so we're going to do that. So Python files automatically open up in Python, which is logical. We'll create the shortcuts. We'll add Python to the environment variables, which again allow it easier access from the command line. Precompile standard library. Go for. Download debugging symbols and debugging binaries. If you're going to be debugging your code, which you should be doing. You can click on both of those, but you can install them later. And you can customize the install location. So default is program files Python 3.11. So we're going to leave it like that. You can click the browse button if you do want to configure the location. And when you hit install, you get user access control, which you'll hit yes to. And then the setup process itself. It'll install Python. It's installing the test suite at the moment, then the documentation, utility scripts, and it won't take long at all. And the installation will be finished. It's installing the bootstraps, adding it to the path. That shouldn't take long at all. So, because it's changing some system settings, that's why it needs the elevated user privileges by pressing yes on user access control. Precompiling standard libraries. This is probably going to be the longest part of the process. And overall, the installation process should be concluded within a minute or so. So you get a screen setup was successful. New to Python, start with online tutorials and documentation. At your terminal, type Py to launch Python, or search Python new start groups. There's multiple ways to launch Python. See what's new in this release, or more info on using Python on Windows. Once you're done with this, you can click the close button, and that's it. Python's installed. If you search for idle, which is the IDE that comes bundled with Python, we can click on that there. And this will open the idle shell. If you click File, New File, that will open Python editor where you can type in your Python code, which isn't that. And that's it. That's Python 3.11 installed on your Windows 11 PC. Hope that helps. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more Python tutorials, and we'll see you again shortly. Bye.